Go ahead.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday Summary. I'm your host, Kyle. With me, as always, is Steve. Big day today. Not just Liverpool and Man United, but guys, Bobby Firmino. News broke late this week that Roberto Firmino will be leaving Liverpool Football Club. It's not the best news. It's hard news to swallow. I don't know why you're laughing.
Because it's
Why are you laughing?
It sounds like somebody died, but I think that's how I feel, man.
So you're laughing that somebody died?
I'm just laughing because there's gonna be some people that are like, "What?
Yeah.
What's
dude.
wrong with these two?" Well, a lot
It's
to answer that question.
It is emotional for me, dude. You and I were talking about this last night. Bobby Firmino, for me, was one of the biggest reasons why I loved this club. Like, for some reason. I don't know why. I think it was just because I fell in love with the player he is. You guys know this. The man was just a contagious, happy person, man. Just everything about him. He was good on the field. I mean, he produced for us. He was fantastic. And now that he's leaving, I feel like the team is losing a really good part of who they are identity-wise.
Spencer says we've been wondering that for a while, Steven. Yeah, look, it's no secret. Like, you and I haven't been fans for 20 years, supporters for 20 years, a decade, give or take, right?
Roughly.
But yeah, when he came in,
you got some stats, by the way, Steve.
Of course I do.
Yeah. It's StreamYard. We all know it. We all know it.
Is this any better? Testing.
It kind of sounds like you got like a waterfall in the background.
Okay. Let me go ahead and you continue. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, guys. I mean, all these comments. Good morning to everyone, by the way. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in very much. Show's just going to be a Bobby tribute show. It's really what it's going to be. I know we play Man United here in a couple hours, but seriously, this is big. This is big. I mean, even when we sold Mane, I didn't feel like this. And everyone knows that Mane was, a big loss. Everybody feels this way. Doesn't it say something that as soon as this news dropped, the entire Liverpool world didn't question the source? Everybody just posted about Bobby's leaving. Bobby's leaving the club. Doesn't that say something? Like, everybody made a video about it. Everyone made a post about it. We all saw the news about Bobby going in and, he didn't want to have his agent negotiating with any other clubs until he made his decision about Liverpool. We saw that he went into Klopp's office and we saw that he essentially just sat down with him and talked to him like, look, this is my decision. And Steven mentioned this. I want to say this to, give credit to Steven for this. Steven said that he could have just sat on the bench, been a role player for the next 2 years or so, right? Signed that extension. But he knew that the team needed to move on from him, right? I feel like he sensed that. And I feel like he also just wants to play football. So in that act, he's a selfless player. He saw that the team needs to rebuild. It's 180K off the books or 200K, whatever he's on. I think it's 180. He knows what needs to be done. But Bobby Firmino is the heart and soul of this team. Jordan Welch, I agree. Si Senor is the best Liverpool player song. Guy gives me goosebumps when I hear that song. Liz says it's gut-wrenching. It really is. Let's see if we can add Steve back and
here now. Look at this. Is this okay now, the audio?
Sounds so much better. Dude, you were literally by Niagara Falls a second ago.
Kyle, we're going to have to do something about StreamYard. No offense.
See,
I'm sorry, dude, but
so selfish.
it's a laborious task to get connected to the Sunday summary. This is literally all I do all week is video calls like this.
And then the Sunday
Anyways.
summary rolls around and you just can't get it.
It's because StreamYard. But anyways, you were giving me credit for something. I want to make sure I get credit where credit's due. Go ahead. Repeat what you said.
I don't even remember what I said. I think it was
Something about sitting on the bench?
Yeah, he's like, he could sit on the bench. I removed you from the stream. How the hell did you hear that?
I think you just put me in the backstage.
How did you hear it?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I'm
That's
not sure.
weird. Anyways, I basically said that, dude, I got to give you credit because you had said that Bobby could sit on the bench for the next 2 years, right? Be a role player. But instead he realized what needed to be done. He needs to leave so the team can rebuild. Team needs a rebuild. Despite us wanting him to stay, I feel like that was a selfless act. And you pointed that out yesterday, and I just, I agree.
Wrong, Steven. I didn't say that.
You absolutely said that.
I don't think he
100%
would have rode the bench for 2 years.
No, Steven. Oh my God. I said role player.
Okay. Yeah, but you mentioned the bench, which leads the people to believe that I don't think he deserves to start and play a lot anymore.
Oh my God.
So if that was a mistake, that's fine. Sure, I think he could stick around for 2 years, and I think he should.
You are the most annoying person.
Look, here's the deal. Just back to the beginning before I got so rudely interrupted by StreamYard. Dude, like the first 3 or 4 kits I bought,
Bobby.
well, with names on them were Bobby. My dog's middle name is Roberto.
Oh my God. Legendary.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He is and probably will continue to be like my favorite footballer ever.
He is without a doubt mine. Without a doubt mine. And you know, can you confidently say why? Because for me, it's just a gut feeling. I just love the man. I don't know.
I can tell you why right now. It's the swag. It's the teeth. It's the songs. It's the creativity. It's the unselfishness. It's literally everything in one. He's a family man. He's a religious man. He's peaceful. He's not picking up cards. He's not a dirty player.
Right.
He puts in the hard yards, never complains. For a while there, it's because he couldn't really speak the language, but he's just a silent assassin. He is literally, if I could make a player and give them all attributes of one guy, I'd probably make Bobby Firmino because he's just so solid top to bottom. Just an absolute role model across the board. And your mom said it's the blonde tips. Like, it's everything. It's everything. He is the total package. He's a great player. I mean, think about like the 17-18, 18-19, like orange kit Bobby. Lime green and dark gray kit Bobby. The shirt coming off. The man bun. The guns. The Stoke City hit from 30 yards to win the match. PSG. The eye. Like,
ponytail Bobby.
He has moments that no other player has. Like, just iconic moments. I will say this. We're not going to go down this rabbit hole today because there's a lot we need to talk about. I'm not happy with how it went down. I'm not surprised that he went into Klopp's office and did the right thing and sat down and had a face-to-face conversation. And there wasn't a bunch of negotiation in other clubs and this, that. That doesn't surprise me because he's godlike. He always will do the right thing. I just think something different could have happened. It could have been an extension earlier, or they could have come out and say, or somebody could have said, you know, we're not going to renew earlier. Like, there's 2 months left in the season, 3 months left. Why are we just finding out about this now? Why wasn't he extended, even if he wanted to leave, so that we could get some return on investment? Like, why wasn't this conversation had last year, like Mane?
Well, I mean, dude, I've told you this before. The club doesn't like to sell people.
That's a problem.
I understand.
That's the black mark on this, because if we can't spend for this rebuild, well, there's 25 million that's gone right there with Bobby. You know, I'll even be super conservative. I'll say 18 to 20 million of revenue you could have gotten.
Dude,
instead, you get nothing.
His value on transfer marks right now is 28 million euros.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Because of what he does.
We got him for 29.5, dude.
I know, dude. I know. Talk about, like, when you drive the Bobby Firmino car off the lot, it does not lose value.
Oh my God.
So here's what I would say, Kyle, and this is what I'm going to do. This is what I encourage you to do. Get a Bobby Firmino kit. Get the home Bobby Firmino kit from this season before they stop selling them, because it's really important to have that. The basic red kit. I feel like I'm doing a eulogy right now. It's unbelievable.
Dude, like it's an obituary right now.
It is. It is.
Bobby's obituary.
It's so sad. We've been crying. I have been screaming for him to come back because our midfield looks dead and there's no one that can link that to the attack and we're not scoring goals. He's finally back. He's been back for like 6 days and we find out he's leaving. It's like, man.
It's tough. It's tough.
I really think having him and Nunez playing up the center, maybe a little Gakpo, a little Jota here and there, is what our future looked like.
Speaking of Gakpo,
have Bobby help Bobby turn Darwin into that player that can provide some of that.
Well, all right. So I'm not sure if you saw this. It said the club anticipated Bobby's departure, which is why we got Gakpo so randomly and urgently during the January transfer window. Which, I don't know. That could just be a load of BS.
No, he just said he wanted to stay 3 weeks ago. I know you told me to find this, but anybody let me in the chat. Somebody find this.
All right, I'm looking for it.
He literally said he wanted to stay.
If someone, all right, I'm going to task you guys with something in the chat. Find that, copy and paste it, and then put it in the chat. Like, copy and paste the actual words and put it in the chat.
Here you go. Klopp had said in early January that he wanted Firmino to stay. Okay, that's Klopp. January 20th. I'm happy and intend to stay here with Liverpool FC. January 20th, 2023.
He said that?
Yes.
Like
SB Nation. SB Nation.
Did he get interviewed, or is this just like, what is this?
Dude, I don't know. I can't believe you missed this.
No,
I'm happy here and I intend to stay and help Liverpool FC.
January 23rd. All right, hold on.
Like, I just thought this was common knowledge.
Well, I mean, he's gonna say that. Let me look at this. All right. By the way, dude, I just want to say this: Liverpool FC, 353 appearances for the club, 107 goals, 78 assists.
That could have been 200 freaking goals if he shot as much as I wanted him to.
Yeah, dude, if he wasn't so unselfish. SB Nation. So it was SB Nation?
I don't know. It doesn't matter, but listen.
Oh, no. It doesn't matter until I want to talk about it. Okay. Let's pull this up.
Because it happened. It happened in January. Do you think I'm just making this up? Also, there was like 2 weeks ago, somebody else said the talks were going well. I think Klopp said that. Like literally weeks ago.
No. You're right. I think it's ruining the stream's quality, but I gotta share this because we gotta look at this. Firmino admitted in the latest issue of official Liverpool magazine. Okay, I'm happier and I tend to stay. Damn!
That's the one. But listen.
What the hell?
Eamon over here in the chat, 928 says, no one expected this. Even Klopp said he's staying and talk was going fine 2 weeks ago. Like literally this, and Doug knows everything. Doug's in here. What's up, Doug?
What's up, Doug?
Like a couple weeks ago, I just started like expecting an extension. Then all of a sudden, Firmino went in and told Klopp he doesn't intend to stay.
Dude.
And like I can't even talk about it because I was my head exploded.
Real quick. Have you noticed Bobby Firmino? Like he'll randomly post on his Instagram story. If you guys don't follow him, you got to follow him, dude. This guy will just literally make you feel like you need to get your life on track. Like he posts about his family and God. That's it. It's amazing. He started posting like Bible verses over the last like 2 weeks. Did you notice that? Almost like he was asking, I'm sure, like, I don't know if you guys are religious or anything, but almost like he was asking God for an answer. You know what I mean? And it seemed like,
I mean, look,
like,
we can turn this into a religious podcast if you
no,
want.
we're not going to. I'm just saying, I noticed that. He never posts verses. I got to get out of this. This thing is just ruining the stream quality. There we go. You're muted.
It's not your fault, Kyle. It's StreamYard.
Hold on. How does that happen? How do you mute yourself?
It's usually to like cough or like, I don't know, clear my throat or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have a button over here on these classic headphones. How do I sound, by the way?
You sound beautiful.
Um,
Very it's a very erotic voice. You remember that?
Wait, say that again?
It's a very erotic voice.
No, I don't know what that is. My mom actually texted me and asked me if I was crying. No, I'm not.
No,
she's in here though. Shout out to her, silent assassin, always here. I'm not crying, but it's crossed my mind at a few points. He's literally like he's
pulling this up.
Doug says I'm in mourning right now. Oyvind says it's the saddest fact ever. Ross is just concerned with the source. SB what? Ross, look, the fact it's SB Nation. It's like a ESPN Nation, or
hold on.
It's like a global news outlet that does all sports. The fact of the matter is he wanted to stay. Something happened very recently that made it change. If it was Bobby's decision, that's fine. But either way, things should not get to this point.
Yeah. So, Steve, this is the video. I can't believe you haven't seen this. This is great.
Leaning for the microphone, that's fine. And then it's going to be the...
You got to listen to this.
I know this one.
Yes, sir.
This is great.
Good evening, Coach. So my name's got injured. So how does it feel now?
What kind of
sorry,
voice
I'm Senegalese, so I want to know.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a very important game tomorrow. How are you going to play against Paris tomorrow?
It's a very erotic voice, by the way. Congratulations. Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I've heard that.
That's too good. Man. It's just like this entire Bobby thing. How do you think it's going to affect the team, bro?
I don't think it's good, Kyle. I don't like anything about this. The part of me is, feeling sad and wanting what's best for Bobby. If that's to leave, I don't know. Because I didn't prepare myself for this thought.
No,
he was extending as of weeks ago.
If Milner is extending as often as he's extending, you obviously expect Bobby to extend. I look at Bobby on the same playing field as a Hendo, as a Milner, as like a Trent, like in the sense that I can't see them leaving the club. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But no, you're absolutely right. That's a good point. The problem is the only thing you could say about him, whereas like you make a case for him to leave, is probably his injury history. That's been very disappointing and something I didn't expect. That what we've seen over the last couple of years.
Yeah, but it's not nearly as bad as.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Mm.
Go ahead, pull it up, please.
I am.
Do me a favor.
That's what I do. I back up my stuff. I ask you to do stuff like bring up quotes, and you say whatever.
I can't even share the screen. I can't even share screen, Kyle. I'm not even an admin. I don't even belong here.
Yeah, no, you can't even get your
How
sound.
did I even get in here?
It's all StreamYard. But apparently, if you're not in the stream, you can still hear me. I don't get it.
That's because Liz Golden gave me back-end permissions, I bet. She's the only one that cares about my clearance.
Thanks, Liz.
Is she here?
Yeah, she's here.
She
She's
is
chilling.
here. There she
She's in
is.
the
I think she
background.
changed her photo. She did. That's why I didn't recognize her. I'm used to seeing something different. She's got Bobby with the one eye after Vertonghen ripped his brain out, and then he came on against PSG and won the match.
I need to talk about that. Guys. Do you guys understand how special that 48, 72-hour period was? Man, like you said, had his brains ripped out. His frontal lobe was penetrated by Vertonghen. Okay? Comes out, and Klopp says, we need a goal, Bobby. Say no more. Puts that bitch in the back of the net, and then you know what he says? He says, hold up. Oh! That is the best celebration I've ever seen. I'm sorry, it is. It is the best celebration I've ever seen.
Hands down, the best celebration I've ever seen in my life as well. Nothing's even come close to this. Liz with the super chat. I've got your back, sad Steven. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. And I know if you could, you'd have this done in a matter of seconds. Kyle's got me blocked out of pretty much every medium this channel has connections to. I have no clearance. I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. But let us revisit this because Kyle, actually, I'm a little surprised by what I'm seeing here. I'm looking at matches played. You don't have to pull it up if it's going to hurt the stream. I can just do it.
No. I don't think Transfer Marks will do it. Will hurt the stream real quick. Let me just pull him up.
Okay.
And when you were on Transfer Marks, where did you go to news or transfers and rumors? What drop down menu to see his injury history? What drop down menu did you go to?
I'm looking at matches played.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at stats and matches played.
Okay. Well, I got that.
30, 35, 37, 34, 38, 36 league matches up until 21. Last year, 20. This year, he's missed 7. That's concerning.
Yeah, but go back to those
That's concerning. Is it not? He played half the season last year?
How dare you bring that up when we have players like Naby Keita?
Oh, Kyle, come on. You already know. We've already had this conversation.
Gomez and Thiago.
No, I
we have
know.
Players like that. Diogo Jota. He's been injured for 8 months since he's been here. And you're talking about how Bobby one season was injury-ridden.
Listen. I said if you want to make a case, I said if. It's the injury history, and I explicitly said over the last couple of years, and the wages. You're not going to convince me that those aren't valid. He played half the season last year.
Right. The wages, with all the players leaving, we're going to free up about $500K in wages, which is awesome.
Okay, Jota
awesome.
Played 35 matches last year. Bobby played 20. Hold on. Keita played 23 last year.
Are you doing Premier League?
Bobby played 20. Yes, Kyle. This is crazy. Look.
What about the year before?
Oh, that's where it gets weird.
What about the year before?
Okay, the year before, Bobby had 38.
Okay. And what did Jota have?
What did 19. Jota have?
Okay, and what did Keita have?
Oh, man.
7?
10.
So shut up!
I'm just saying. Being devil's advocate, he's had injury history, and I don't know what he makes. What does he make? He must make a ton.
180 a week.
Wow. Is this a tribute show? Absolutely. It's a tribute show.
Stop being negative.
And a discussion. No. Kyle, I'm trying to make a case for why someone would want him to leave so that I can crap on it.
Okay. All right. Then continue.
Okay. Now, those are the only 2 reasons. Injury history last season, maybe a little bit this season, and wages. Now, here's how I can debunk, or you already did, the injury history argument. People saying Firmino out all over social media. You see it everywhere.
What?
Everywhere. Go to any post about any site that says who needs to stay and who needs to go, go through the comments. You'll see Firmino out. This was weeks and weeks and months leading up to this week. Now, the wages, if that's a problem, if spend and finances are a problem, why didn't you sell them before? That's number one. That's to the club. And then number two, you already handled this. We got all these other players that are injury ridden, and we haven't got confirmation if they're staying or going yet. We got other people we need to trim from the squad. Bobby should have been a priority. I think he was. I think something happened behind the scenes that we don't know about. And I don't think, because he's a godlike figure and he's the greatest man to ever walk this earth, aside from, the important folks, the Jesuses of the world and such, whoever else you may follow, you beautiful people here in the chat. I don't think we'll ever know what kind of drama went on behind the scenes, ever.
It's a good point to talk about. What I want to say here is this, okay? So I mentioned it at the beginning of the show. Pletty goal, right? Pletty goal. I don't even know. I've seen it. Like I know when I see Pletty goal, I'm like, I've heard of that before, right? It's kind of like Footy Insider or something like that, or whatever, something like that. As soon as that dropped, guys, and everyone in the chat, let me know what you think. Everybody jumped on it. Nobody questioned it. Nobody questioned, was it legit? And now the follow-up, of course, maybe other people have confirmed it since, right? I'm not doubting that he's leaving. But as soon as that dropped, nobody questioned it. But the second someone like that reports a transfer, nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. So this is my point. Let me bring this back to my point. Kind of like you were saying, Steve. Everybody's saying Bobby out in these comments. I haven't seen it. I really have not seen it, dude. I feel like everybody who is an actual fan of the club and actually watches the game and understands what this team does knows that Bobby Firmino is a crucial player. Okay, regardless if he only played 20 matches or 2 matches or 38 matches, when Bobby plays, even if he's off, you can immediately see what you were talking about earlier, the link up. Okay, Bobby Firmino does it better than anybody in the world. And if you go back to the 17-18, 18-19, hell, even the 19-20 season, you'll see prime Bobby Firmino linking up that play, linking up that midfield, and creating for probably, arguably, top 2 or 3 front lines in the history of the game between Mane and Salah. Now, with that said, kind of caught this out of the corner of my eye. Jordan Welch here brings up the fact that he doesn't think there's any drama. I think he just wants more minutes. Now, I agree, Jordan. Look. I know Steve doesn't like this. I know. He just wants more minutes. But this goes back to what I was saying. Bobby, this was not an easy decision for Bobby. Look, back in January, right? Bobby, when did we sign Gakpo? What day did we sign Gakpo? That would be very interesting to see. Hold on.
That was the worst day of the year.
No. Just bear with me. This is gonna really make my point.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Sign Gakpo. Okay, here we go. It was announced on December 28th. Damn. Okay. So it was announced on December 28th. Damn. Okay. Damn, I can't use that argument. All right.
That's because he had a great World Cup.
Yeah, he had a great World Cup.
Well, he scored. He scored a couple goals against low-level teams, but
he scored in the World Cup. Look, we're not talking about Cody Gakpo. I'm talking about Bobby Firmino here. Bobby Firmino, interviewed for Liverpool Magazine, says he wants to stay at the club. I think that was absolutely genuine, Steve. 100% genuine. He has always said that. There's always been rumors of Bobby leaving to go and fill in for Karim Benzema at Real Madrid, or go to freaking Italy, or go back to Brazil. There has always been links with Bobby Firmino moving away. Never has. He has always said, I love it here. I want to stay here. My family loves it here. He loves the community. All right. Are you listening to me?
I am, and I'm looking up something else at the same time. So please continue.
Okay. So, because you never look at me. You're always looking down or doing
No,
something.
because I'm
You're
doing
always
research for
distracted.
the show.
You're always doing something.
I'm trying to find stuff here for the show. So continue.
So,
He loves the city.
Loves the city,
You think
loves
it's
the club,
genuine? I'm listening.
right?
I can do two things at once, contrary to popular belief. Continue.
So, contract talks are ongoing. We're seeing all the links that Bobby's being offered a 1 to 2 year extension. Phenomenal. I honestly think, like Alexi agreed with Jordan, and this is what I was thinking. Bobby Firmino is still a crucial player. He is great. He has not gotten any worse. The beginning of this season has proven that. Bobby Firmino could go to another team that is not in this transitional period, bro. That is not in this period of complete change of personnel. And he could probably play every single game. Every single game.
He'd play every game here.
No, I understand. But look who we're buying new players. Just in the last few years, look who we got. Okay, Mane.
No, I know, dude. I know.
So you
The
understand
problem
that.
is we're buying the wrong players.
Hold
Keep
on.
Bobby. Let Gakpo rot somewhere else. I know this is really aggressive. I'm sure he'll be okay, Gakpo. But like, we didn't need him. Keep Bobby and get a midfielder.
No, I know.
We could have done so many things different before this, I think is what I'm getting at.
Look. All right. I'm not going to criticize. I don't want to go down that path. I just want to talk about Bobby for a second. I want to level with him because the dude, he deserves all of our respect. Like, regardless of what his decision is. This isn't a Coutinho situation, right? Where we're like, oh man, Bob, like you asshole. Dude, the guy isn't that old. What is he, 31, 32? How old is Bobby? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't age.
Play. Now,
Kidding.
this goes back to what I was saying. He doesn't age, dude. Seriously. The dude looks like he's 18 years old. He could be a serviceable player and, hey, maybe arguably play every game. But if Bobby plays every game, Steve, think about who has to sit. Jota. Either Darwin or Diaz. Okay, if Bobby plays. Now, that's not to say that Klopp couldn't rotate. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at the attacking players that we've brought in over the last couple of seasons, someone has to have their minutes cut. All right? Kevin Hart says, somebody had to go. Dude, I'm telling you, somebody had to go. And unfortunately, Bobby, I feel like this was a decision to take one for the team, but also do what was best for him, despite the fact that he wanted to stay at the club. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
That's fine. Look, I get that. I want to point out one thing here. Bobby has started 15. Okay, for a club, he started 15 matches this season. He's got 9 goals and 4 assists.
It's phenomenal.
He's started 15 times.
So good.
Those are starts.
Yep.
So your return on investment is still there. Look, I get all of this. I wish him nothing but the best. Alexi says he's going to go off. I think he could go to a place where they're like, hey, Bobby, you don't have to do the little dink and dunk and dance around at midfield. Like, we want you to just rip goals.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm really excited to see what happens. I don't know where he's going to go. People are saying La Liga. I think that's just because this random link's coming out, but no one knows.
He's going to Inter Milan.
Inter Milan?
He's going to Inter Milan.
How do you know that?
I just got a feeling. I feel like Bobby is perfect for the Italian league. It's a little bit slower. He's not a fast guy. La Liga is I mean, he could technically sit in La Liga, but I honestly think he's going to go to Serie A. I think I
could see him going to
or
Bayern.
Or I was going to say, or back to Germany. Oh God, could you imagine if Bayern had Mane and Bobby again? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Thank you very much for the super chat. Feel bad for Bobby. Never goes well for those who leaves. Guys,
this couldn't be more true. And I don't think I think Bobby could go off because I think he's a special player. But it's true, man. Like, things, when you leave, things don't go well. They just don't go well.
This is what I want to do now. We talked a little bit about our opinions, Steve. I know you wanted to bring it up. I know you're just making the argument, bro, for the other side of it, and I get that. But you and I both know that we just love the guy too much not to just enjoy like what he's done. We have always talked about we could do an entire show on Bobby Firmino.
We're
This
going to.
fits.
We're actually going to. This wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, true. By the way, guys, we're gonna do a members only stream for Bobby Firmino. You know,
Best
talking about-
moments.
yeah, best moment. Like we're gonna talk about it a little bit here, of course, but you guys, the members, you guys deserve it. I mean, I feel like I just want to sit and talk about Bobby for a little bit, dude.
You guys have put up with our obsessive love for Bobby for so long. We deserve to give you back a product that you can hang your hat on. We'll look at numbers. We'll look at moments. We'll look at like the changes in look over the years.
Oh God.
Yes, the goal versus Stoke. I believe that was when that was a weird match. And then at halftime, the Brazilians came on, or early in the second half. Coutinho put one in, and then Bobby scored that, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just an unbelievable moment. The chip versus Man City, like throwing John Stones into the 15th row and then chipping the keeper.
Oh, so
unbelievable. I'm just getting
Dude,
excited. I want to see him play.
about
We just enjoy this. We're going to get 14 more matches potentially of him.
Yep.
Give or
Enjoy
take.
it. And what I want to do now, let's talk about his best goals, dude. Like let's start from when he came into the club.
And then
right?
we do have to do a little pre-match for United because it's
We'll
very
do a little
important.
bit, but honestly, dude, like I know we should do that. I was caught in between a rock and a hard place. Like, do I make this about Bobby and that? And I said no.
We're going to do more for Bobby. So
yeah. Look, I'm starting all the way back at the beginning. First goal for the club against Man City. How appropriate. Little tap in. Dude, he's so anxious. He scores the goal. He's walking towards the corner flag. He doesn't know what to do to celebrate. He goes to take his shirt off, and that was our first glimpse. That was our first glimpse of Bobby, the fake taking the shirt off, right? He was setting the stage for the next 8 years. He said, look, this goal, not great, but I'm getting ready to take my shirt off if I score a banger, all right? So get ready for it, all right? Then you see the goals like Stoke. You see the goals like where he's ripping his shirt off. Like stuff like that, dude. We got to go season by season, man. All right. First season for Bobby Firmino. Is there a goal that you remember?
I mean, that was a long time ago, dude.
That's why I said, is there a goal you remember? It's hard
I'm
to remember.
sure. If I watched a video of them, I would be like, oh, yeah, I remember that off the top of my head. No, like things don't start to get clear for me until like, I think that would be 16, 17, the black kits, the Stoke goal.
Yeah.
Right? That was 16, 17.
That was 16, 17 because it was ponytail Bobby. It was the ugly lime kit, right?
Yes.
But the first season, I mean, the only one that I like really remember.
The no look?
No, it was Arsenal, dude. It was the curler into the top corner. Curler into the top corner, and that was the first moment for me where I just thought to myself, who have we got here? Who have we just signed here? All right. This man, Bobby Firmino, bro. Curler into the top corner. And nobody knew who Bobby Firmino was. He became a legend at the club. And there's tons of Bobby compilations out there if you guys want to go out and be reminded of goals. There really
No,
are.
seriously, please. Like you could spend a whole day because he's played for so long. Like even at Hoffenheim, he had like 17 goal contributions in the season we got him. Just in the Bundesliga. But the thing that makes me happy about him is also thinking about like assists, no look passes, the
Right.
little spinning flick to I think Mo Salah
Oh, in the orange kit.
in this on that. Nope, it was the black kit with the green. It was the New Balance year where we also had the gray kit.
Yeah.
And Mane chipped Neuer. What year was that? 18, 19?
Oh, God, that kit was great. Yeah.
We had the black kit with like the green in there. Bobby was wearing pink cleats on a sunny day, and he did like a flick turn and rolled it to Salah, who scored the goal. And
He did one to Mo Salah too in the orange kit, and I think it was at Southampton, and it was just a little flick, little Cruyff flick.
he just did one earlier this year. He just did a flick earlier this year in like a cup game.
He does them all the time. Like he nutmegged a player on Brighton earlier this year. I was pretty sure it was Brighton. He just nutmegged him.
I know. Jordan says, 31 years old, 13 years as a pro. How much better is he really going to get? No, it's fair. That's super fair. Lots of moments. We're going to get into a lot of those moments.
Yeah, if you guys want to become channel members and you get access to the, behind the scenes content, of course, access to our Discord group, you get all the, cool community badges, use of the blonde tips, Bobby, all that cool stuff. Please consider it. It's the best way to support the channel, really. I mean, you guys, all the channel members know this. It's the best way to keep the channel going, and it really, really means a lot to us. But we're going to do our members only stream for that. I mean, I feel like since we've been a channel, this is the one time where I felt like a player deserves. We just have to do a stream for him. Like, I just want to go in, I just want to watch videos of Bobby and just comment on it. Best passes,
headers. Like insane headers. Inter Milan, Champions League last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Subbed on header to win it. Club World Cup winner. How can we forget about that?
Oh, dude,
I posted that on our Instagram. I screen recorded and posted it on our Instagram a few years ago. I didn't even know how to do it, but I did it because it was Bobby.
Yeah.
He scored the goal and ran a half mile to the club to the stands.
How about Tottenham's header? Header against Tottenham.
Yeah.
No fans in the stands except for the cop. They had just let fans back in the cop. He sprints the length of the field, goes towards the cop.
Yeah.
That's the famous picture, guys. I mean, oh my God, I love this guy so much.
First year, some crazy dribbles that first year too. I got a highlight video that I'm just like kind of scanning through here.
Yeah.
The karate kicks, the spinning kicks, the thing with Virgil, boom, boom, boom. All the celebrations, the co-sellies with Mane, with the kicks.
Mane trying to copy it.
Pulling the pants down a little bit, faking the shirt takeoff.
And doing the guns.
The guns, dude. The guns.
What's this man doing?
Unbelievable. What are you doing, Bobby?
Celebrations. I typed in booby celebrations.
Oh my God. He's probably got some of those too.
He's probably got some.
I got highlight videos of him getting baptized.
Nope, we're just doing this.
In a pool at 30.
We're doing this right now. I'm pulling it up. Where is it? Chrome tab. Bobby celebrations. It's funny. I typed in Bobby celebrations. They immediately knew what I was talking about. That's it.
Carl says, go ahead, Kyle. You could do some stuff here.
Oh my God.
Carl says, I think he said, was never really a Bobby fan. Always seems to muck up the simple pass. Where is this?
Dude. What?
Yeah, was never really a Bobby fan. Find it frustrating. He always seems to muck up the easy pass, but I wish him all the luck.
Here you go, Steve.
Yeah. No, Bobby's definitely the type of player that tries to thread needles and fit things into very small windows. That's what makes him special. We've complained for years about players that pass sideways and backwards. They don't take any risks. Bobby takes a lot of risks. And that does result in losing the ball quite a bit, but it also results in magic that's never been seen before. As the best Brazilian player in Premier League history, certainly the best Brazilian attacker in Premier League history, in my opinion.
Steven, hold on. Just stop for a second.
Yeah, I've seen this.
No. I've never seen this. And I need to just take a second and realize what this photo represents. I've always thought, like, you love Harvey Elliott. I know you do.
I do. I'm wearing Harvey right now. This is old Harvey, old number.
Old Harvey Elliott.
Before he switched it.
Yeah, before he went to Mane's old number. This picture here, to me, signifies a transition. Like, this is the football gods telling us that it's going to be okay. Bobby's leaving, but Elliott's here. We have players that love the club just as much as Bobby. How have I not seen this picture before? I love this picture, dude.
Look,
you guys might think I'm crazy. I love this to me is a very interesting picture.
No. It's great. It's great. I just like how you're just really like getting sentimental because these are we think the same way, Kyle. That's one thing. We're very similar in many ways, but this we can agree on everything here. Like here you go. Let's go scroll back up. The picture on the left, go higher, where he's got his hand up to his ear. Higher. Next one up, right there. I think that was after the Man City chip. He's basically, or actually, I don't know who that was against, but I bought that. I have that kit. He's basically saying, what? What is it?
Yeah.
What do you have to say now?
What's wrong?
That may have been against City.
Oh!
Yeah, that was the one where he pulled down his pants a little bit.
I love it.
Here's the thing. It's not over. That's the beautiful thing. We have 4. I wish there were more cup games left, but we're out of everything else, right? It's just the Prem.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Right? We just have the Prem, right?
Yeah, Oyvind goes, the picture isn't that deep. It's not. It's really not, guys.
No, it's not. But
I had a moment. Jesus.
But when you have a connection to somebody like Bobby, who's done so much for the club, Bobby was like damn near record-setting in the Champions League. That one or two seasons.
Dude, the entire team was.
His numbers in the Champions League were unbelievable.
Oh. Just give me a minute.
These numbers at. Oh, that's Keita. Well, no wonder they're zeros. God. Bobby, here you go. 17-18. 15 matches in the Champions League. 11 goals. Oh, okay. Are you serious?
It's crazy.
My
It's
God.
absolutely crazy.
17-18. 15 matches in the Premier League. 7 goals. 7 assists. 15 goals, 7 assists. Even this year.
What are you on right now? Transfermarkt?
No. This is just Google. Just Google Firmino stats. It pops up like as part of Google.
Yeah, one of the recommendations I got.
Yeah, but you can go to Who Scored or FB Ref.
FB Ref's a good one. Transfermarkt is just more aesthetically pleasing to the viewer, so I'm gonna pull that up here.
That's fine. But look, Bobby started 11 matches in the Premier League this year. He started 11. He has 7 goals and 3 assists. He's got another 6 appearances off the bench. Some of those have been short. So he's played 998 minutes. He's got 7 goals and 3 assists. That's greater than 1 goal or assist per 90, or just about 1 per 90. 1 per match. So there's still a player there. We still love him. We have 14 matches left
and
to
he can
enjoy
play
this.
all offensive positions. I love that. Further information. Nothing else matters except for that right there. Just needed everyone to see that. Okay.
I don't like him on the wing, but
No, he's played on the wing before though, bro.
I know it's not great.
Well, he has 6 goals and 4 assists on the wing, I'm pretty sure. Where are those statistics at? I just got to go up to
He did a somersault one time.
Yeah, he did a
scored a goal, did a somersault, jumped up.
About 55 caps for Brazil, 17 goals. I mean, the man has played he has literally played all attacking positions. And you look at the statistics over here. Center forward, obviously, 95 goals, 70 assists. Second striker, I'm assuming that's when he was with Hoffenheim. Or no, maybe this is just Liverpool. Okay, I guess he played a second striker for a while. Attacking midfield, 21 and 20. Right winger, 6 and 4. Left winger, 10 and 2. Dude can score from anywhere. Wow.
Rob Scott says the team is bigger than any one player. Yeah, obviously.
Look, we get it.
Yeah.
Look, we get it. I know. But come on, guys. Can we just have a moment?
Rob, this is just a really big deal. Anyone that's been following us for any stretch of time, Rob, I get it. You want to talk about the match today? We will a little bit. Anyone that's been following us for any stretch of time knows that Bobby is a huge influence.
You know, if you know us, I mean, someone, Bison came in here earlier and said it. If you know us, you know Bobby is just, like you said, a huge influence, man. He's a different kind of player for us, man.
He's a different type of human. Think about all the players we've had bad press over and drama, seen antics on the field, cards, this, that, and the other thing. Not Bobby.
Only thing
No
I can
complaints.
remember. Only thing I can remember from Bobby, and nothing bad has happened since. He got pulled over for drunk driving when he was first at the club.
Man.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do, dude. What do they call it? Drink driving? Like
Yeah,
literally
it was
drink
weird. I
driving.
read it and I was like, is that a typo?
That was actually, yeah, that was a while ago. I
Real
forgot about
early
that.
on. Real early on. But yeah, I think what worries me, so Salah's the last man standing, right? And I asked you this earlier, how much is it going to influence the team? Or is it going to be beneficial for the team? Is the team going to go into the you don't think so?
I don't know if it'll help or hurt. It certainly ain't going to help today
Oh
because
no,
he's having a solid season when he's been fit. It's not going to help right in the immediate term. Or actually, but it's not going to hurt either because he's still here. I don't know what's going to happen long term. I will say, I think the fan base really loves Firmino. I think you'll still hear that song here and there in the future, even though he's not around. I think you'll still hear that song.
well, yeah, of course. Of course.
I think
It's
keeping
not
him
going
would
away.
help, but I think him leaving doesn't necessarily hurt. If I had to, it
And
hurts. It hurts the fan base. It hurts us.
but I
But
think
we
for the
should be able to
club,
replace his production.
right. I think it's a question of production. You may not be able to replace his play style and what he does. The intangibles. You won't be able to replace the intangibles. But I think players are going to pick it up. And again, we're in this transitional period, guys. I think we're going to see a big rebuild this summer. We've already seen a complete rebuild of the front line. I mean, you just look at the frontline players already. It's kind of crazy. And guys, I know a lot of you guys want to move on from Bobby. That's fine. You don't have to watch. Today is a Bobby show. Sorry. It just is. It just is. We probably should preview Man United.
No, we're gonna do that really quickly here.
We probably should.
We're gonna do another Bobby video, probably closer to the year with just a little bit more in depth, looking at some moments, looking at the styles of Bobby
Yeah,
over the
it's
year.
going to be more just because of the YouTube guidelines, guys, showing videos and things like that. We want it to be like not monetized, so we're going to do it for channel members. You guys, there'll be a live stream as well, so you guys can come in and share your thoughts as well. So if you're interested in becoming a channel member, what do you think we should do that at the end of the year, or probably do it?
We'll do that closer to the end, and I'm going to look into some stats and show some side-by-side comparisons so people can get an idea of, even though Bobby's flashy and unselfish and probably should have scored way more, how much more he's produced than other players that get way more credit around the world. Because that's always something I hated, was he didn't get the credit he deserved. We knew how important he was and how good he was.
Never got, and it wasn't until I think probably 18-19 was the first time we started seeing things like a lot of posts saying most underrated striker in the world. But still, to this day, probably doesn't get the respect he deserves. I think it might be time, Steve. I think it might be time to transition to United.
Let's do that. Let's look at United and Liverpool. Obviously, very, very important. I'm seeing that Liverpool is like the probable winner across a lot of sites today.
We saw that against Madrid too, bro. Saw it against Madrid too, and look what happened there.
Yeah, I think it's because we're home. I think that's what gives us the edge. But they're not Madrid.
They're not Madrid, but
so
they're coming off of the Carabao Cup win, right? Feelings are high. Emotions are, they're on cloud 9. They really are. 15 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses this season. 28 goals against. Oh, wow, that's crazy. So, man, am I sharing my screen here?
Our numbers are almost identical, I can tell you right now.
I was just going to say that. If you look at Man United here, 41 goals for, 28 against. Liverpool, 40 and 28.
So if you go to there are other sites that show it all in one, but this is fine. Goals, 40 for us, 41 for them. 28 against. 32 assists for us, 32 assists for them. Their goal differential is 13, ours is 12. We just have more losses, right? We just have a few more losses. They have a few more wins. this is interesting because if we win this match, what are we, 7 behind them?
So if we win today, right? Do we have a game in hand on them?
No, it's the same.
So if we win today, that'll be 42. Yeah, 7 behind them. And that puts us in 5th place if we win today, Steve.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great.
Like I was talking yesterday, like I wouldn't be surprised if we caught up to Man U. I think we're capable of that. I don't expect that, but I think we're capable of that. If we win today, you trim that down to 7. All it takes is a couple draws from them, a couple wins from us. We're neck and neck.
Right.
Everybody's giving them all sorts of credit, but everyone's saying everyone's bashing us, and our numbers are damn near identical. Minus, of course, a few extra wins for them and a few losses or draws for us. So
right, but that's what matters. That's what matters, unfortunately, you know?
I know. This is a big game today. I'm glad it's home.
Yeah. No, I think it's away, dude.
No, this is
it
at
home?
Anfield.
Oh, thank God it's at Anfield. Okay. Yeah, Jesus. You know what? That's so weird because I was seeing, the spy on Cop and the people that do all the flags for the Cop. They made it sound like they needed a lot of support and help making the flags, and they made it sound like it was at Old Trafford. So okay, I'm glad that it's at Anfield. That's a huge help. This is a big match, dude.
Liverpool, I mean, back to Bobby. He's got more league goals than everyone on United except Rashford.
He's also been there for 8 years, dude. I mean, if you look at United have
No. This year.
Oh. I thought you meant all time.
No, this year.
Wow. These take me back to this time here. 4-0.
Bobby has more Premier League goals than everyone in United, even with the injuries and all the signings, except Rashford. Rashford's having a good year.
What we got here? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? All right, so you got Marcus Rashford, 14, Mo Salah, 9, Roberto Firmino, 7.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy? Firmino is still there. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is so crazy. Thiago's still 3rd in tackles. All right.
I wish the lineups were out, but that's not going to come for another 20 minutes. We won't be here in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I gotta set up the watch along. But yeah, no, wow, it's actually crazy how identical we are, dude. Looking at these stats. We're essentially the same team.
I think if you take away the Bournemouth match,
yeah,
things would look a little more
skewed, yeah.
like they should. But on paper,
Bournemouth match, bro, man.
What's that?
That Bournemouth match is just such an outlier. 9-0, you never see that.
Can we talk about how bad they are for letting Arsenal back in it yesterday?
Yeah,
you just had to not concede 3 in 20 minutes. Just not concede 3.
Steve, bro, we can't talk like that, man. We let 5 unanswered goals from Madrid in.
Yeah, in 75 minutes. Against
a
much better team.
Same thing, dude.
I know, dude. I just can't believe it.
I know. It pissed me off. Too.
Look, if it was anyone else but Bournemouth, that wouldn't have happened. Credit to Arsenal, I guess.
No, I don't want to give credit to Arsenal.
No. I mean, there was no VAR involved in that. No weird penalties. They scored 3.
Speaking of which, Liverpool have gone the most Premier League minutes without being given a penalty.
Oh, I know. 0 this year, right?
That recently, which honestly doesn't mean anything. I don't think the refs are intentionally doing that. But
I think it means something.
I just think there's too many variables at play, but it is something worth note. It's one of those stats you look at, you're like, oh, really? Huh?
Yeah, okay. No, I don't think they're out to get us. I agree with you. But it's definitely like if we had 3 penalties this year, we'd be higher up the table.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we don't have the penalties, but I wish we had more because everybody has them. Don't we have 0 this season?
I think you might be right. 0 penalties.
What's your score prediction for this match?
I don't do.
And everyone, make sure you join for the watch along.
I don't do score. Dude? Do you want to do the watch along with me?
I might be able to jump in for a little bit.
That would be really cool to do it. We would have to start it at the same time, but that would be really cool. We've never done that before.
Yeah, we'll talk offline after
Yeah.
this stream.
I don't do score predictions. Every time I do score predictions, we suck. I'm telling you. I don't get superficial with many teams. I feel like it's the Chiefs and Liverpool that I'm very what did I say? Superficial? Superstitious. Very superstitious. So what do you think? What do you think is the score prediction?
Wow.
We got Liz going 3-0.
3-1.
Spence going 2-1. Rob Scott going 1-0. Steve going, what'd you say, 2-1, 3-1?
3-1.
3-1.
Because Konate and Virgil are back. We're home. We're hungry. Nunez, he's fit, right?
Yep, Nunez is fit. People are out. Thiago. What? Robertson sat last match. I think maybe, was that just for rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Got MKH Liverpool 2-0. Tom Smith, new channel member. What is up, Tom?
Welcome, legend.
Shout out to Tom Smith. Thank you for joining the channel membership, man. You guys have no idea how much that means. You got 2-0 to Tom Smith. Tom, if you have Twitter, reach out to Nothing But Reds on Twitter. We'll send you the Discord link so you can join in the Discord group. Celine says 3-2. Rashford will score. Rashford's hot recently, dude. Rashford might score.
Yes. I mean, that's not a bold guess.
What's your lineup prediction, bro?
Oh, geez. Let's be back four. Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Pacetic, Henderson. Who started last match?
You got to start Pacetic. Hold on,
Who started
Tom,
last match?
I'll put it in the chat for you.
Fabinho was in last match?
Fabinho played with Elliott and Pacetic, which I thought was a pretty solid midfield.
You'll see Hendo today, I think. I'm sure if it's not out, it's coming out any minute. In 10 minutes. I think it's going to be crap. I don't know, dude. Because we need some creativity there. I think you might see Hendo go up forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Pacetic, Fabinho, Hendo. It's my guess.
Hold on, I'm going in. Tom, I'm going to drop this link in there for you if you want to join the Discord group real quick.
I say Pacetic, Fabinho, Henderson. Up top, Nunez, Salah, Jota.
I was going to say Jota too. You got to start Jota. By the way, Luis Diaz should be back here in the next couple of weeks. So back five is going to be the same, except Robertson's going to start. You got Van Dijk, Konate, Trent. Midfield. You probably said this, but I'm going to go with it too. Fabinho, Henderson, Pacetic.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's what you said.
Yes.
See what else we got. Yeah, it's got to be Darwin, Jota, Salah. It has to be.
I agree.
And then Bobby being subbed on. He would get a standing ovation if he comes on after that news. It's going to be the first game since the news dropped. Yeah,
he'll probably come on. You'll see Elliott come on. If we're winning, you might see Milner. Nothing groundbreaking today. I think the starting lineup's important. I don't know what he's going to do in the midfield. That's, I guess, what I want him to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Elliott. I think it's still a really interesting game to put Elliott out there. I think you need more stability.
You do. You need
at least from the start.
You got to start Hendo in this game. You have to.
I think Hendo's the first name on the sheet.
Yeah.
In the midfield, personally.
But Pacetic, I'm telling you, you cannot sit Pacetic for this.
Well, we're gonna find out soon, and we'll know.
Yeah, make sure you guys like the stream if you are enjoying it. And Tom, I put the link to the Discord group in the live chat here. Any mods in the Discord group, make sure, I'm pretty sure I gave you guys the ability to do this, but if anyone tries to join that's not Tom, just don't let him. Either way, Steve, closing thoughts?
No, let's get a win today.
Let's get a
And
win.
we'll definitely get that Bobby stuff going on later this season. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Absolutely. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for your support, guys. And until next time, take care.